you growing up in Compton, but now, you know, obviously headquarters is Atlanta.
In the moral capital of America.
How did we get here?
Yeah, Ambassador Andrew Young. The closest thing we got to Nelson Mandela in our lifetime. He's 92 years young. Just spoke to him last night. The last person who was a lieutenant to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on that balcony when Dr. King was assassinated April 4th, 1968. Like, there's greatness all around us, man. We just walking around like oblivious to it. Like we're living low frequency in a high frequency world. And so coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. That's another Andrew Young quote. I came here 15 years ago, trying to be low key, trying to be I was gonna just base myself here because you can get to 88% of American cities within 2.5 hours from the Atlanta airport. So I came here for 2 reasons. One, Ambassador Young was here and he was my mentor, and I'm nosy as hell. I just wanted to learn everything I could from that dude because he's literally living history. He made Atlanta as the only international city in the South. He made Atlanta. He brought the Olympics here and all that stuff. He made Atlanta into a 10th largest economy in the U.S. I mean, this is $500 billion a year, run by black people, pretty much. It's not a city like this in the world. So I'm like, I got to know this dude. Like, he could talk to black people, white people, orange people, brown people, you know, South Central, South France. I mean, so that was number one. And number two, I had to get busy. Like, PhDs are good, and PhDs are even better. So I'm like, I got to go to the market. I got to go to business. I got to go to Wall Street. So Atlanta Airport was my bus station. That was my train station. That was 88% of American cities in 2.5 years, 2.5 hours. So that was the reason I got here. But you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. God had a different plan. And so I've been anything but quiet. Not my intention. I've been anything but under the radar. Atlanta's been very good to me. Actually, my biggest single business deal, I've created about 60 companies, but my single biggest business deal came out of Atlanta, which we'll talk about. It's the Promise Homes Company. I couldn't have done that in LA. So there's a reason to be in LA, there's a reason to be in New York, but the money, really the wealth has already been made in those places. Mm-hmm. When you read about wealth, when you read about something in the newspaper, it's already done. People want to go where the puck is going. You want to go where the puck is going, not where the puck is. And I thought 15 years ago, the puck was coming to Atlanta. I got a license plate on one of my cars that says entrepreneur. Let's think about that for a minute, Cam. Mm-hmm. This is like you reading plays in the NFL. Yeah. Like before you get on the field, you knew how this guy was going to act, how that guy was going to act. You'd already mapped it out. Most players at your level, it's not just athletic ability, it's mindset. That's what makes you extraordinary. So when I got to Atlanta and I could go get my plate registered for my car as entrepreneur, I said, oh. This is the wild, wild west. Like, you can't get it. The entrepreneur plate in New York was taken 30 years ago. The entrepreneur plate in Los Angeles was taken 20 years ago. Why was that plate available? No one's thinking about entrepreneurship in Atlanta 15 years ago. It's all the vogue now. It's all the rage now. So,
but did you spell it entrepreneur, or you took the T out, put the R,
of course.
left the U out?
You got to abbreviate. Look, you get the point. You getting way high frequency. You get the point that people were missing the point. Mm-hmm. No one was texting 15 years ago. I had a smartphone. Nobody would text. They'd call you. Yeah. I'm like, and this is a joke, but like, there was no sidewalks. You'd buy $1 million property. I came from LA. There was no sidewalks. Like this to me, and so all that infrastructure is coming. Sidewalks are coming, infrastructure, internet, texting is like it's like breathing now. Yeah. So I just thought this was a pioneering place, and it was run by people of color, and I wanted to be part of it. I wanted to go from civil rights in the streets to civil rights in the board seats. Mm. So I called for a civil rights movement, and financial literacy is a civil rights issue of this generation. It is a civil rights issue and the civil rights issue of this generation, that and artificial intelligence. These two things black folks have got to get. You got to get your financial literacy right, because if your day's not about God or love, your day's about money. And you got to get your AI right, because AI is going to clean everybody's clock in 4 years.
Mm. There you have it. The silver to silver.
You got to say it real slowly.
It's a tongue twister.
Silverite.
CIVILVS versus SILVER. That's what I'm gonna put on my license plate next.
Well,
Fucking with you.
I got that plate too, brother.
You do?
I do. I got Silverites too.
Damn, man! You talk about a person living a couple steps ahead. That's something.
I also just got the IP, Black Capitalists Matter. People talk about Black Lives Matter. I want to talk about Black Capitalists Matter. I actually got that IP.